Hi, welcome to Experimental Science 1. I know I've talked to most of you before. I just want to give you a quick overview of a few tools that we're going to be using in MAST this year. So we'll go ahead and get started. Number one, you probably got to this video through Blackboard. We do use Blackboard a little bit in Experimental Science 1. We'll probably be using Microsoft Teams more later in the year, and there are some stuff already on there. So I'm going to walk you through both of those real quick and what stuff that the students will be using on there. Just some basic info on the beginning and stuff that they had at the beginning of the year. Thank you to all of you who have sent in paper. That's a big help. And thank you for supporting the program. Now, the things that your students will be doing on Blackboard for Experimental Science 1 will be any kind of quizzes and tests. There's not a lot of quizzes and tests in Experimental Science 1, but there will be some at the beginning of the year. Right now we're doing some with our measuring scientific instruments and tools and how to perform calculations and stuff like that. So all that stuff will be there for them under tests and quizzes. You can see their tests and quizzes, and if you get into their Blackboard and what they're doing with that. There's also a link to the MAST website here if they need to get to that. Other assignments, the only other really assignment that's on Blackboard is going to be their bell work. All this other stuff is my stuff. It's not what the students see. But anyway, bell work happens each week. They go into here, they click the bell work, and it's a journal entry, and then they can create a journal entry to answer the bell work from each day in class. They turn it into the week. Every few weeks or so I compile that and I'll put it in the gradebook. I haven't put one in yet, but I will be doing that very soon. So that's where that will be in the gradebook. Other than that, everything else is pretty much on Microsoft Teams. So I'm going to take you guys over there real quick. So we go over to Microsoft Teams. Microsoft Teams is available through My SCS and Office 365, available to all students. And they all should know how to get on that by now. So anyway, they click on their class, which is Experimental Science 1 Honors. They get into here. This is where they turned in their About Me PowerPoint. We also, anytime I make an assignment, I put the assignment in here, and they can find that under Assignments tab over here. So you see, we've only had a couple so far that have been in Teams, but that's where those assignment types will be. Anything that is not a quiz or whatever will be on here. So we did a little coding in class, a little fun thing they probably told you about. And so this was just instructions for how to get there. They didn't really have to turn that back in. But other assignments will be in there. We'll be doing a lot of labs starting after probably towards the end of September. We'll be doing a lot of labs, projects, different things that will be turned in via Microsoft Teams instead of Blackboard or in person. They are supposed to be writing in a journal daily. I'm going to be checking that periodically. And they should know how to do that, so you might want to ask them to see that, just to, get a check on that. That is good practice for any kind of scientific study, is writing in a journal daily. Not so much like a diary of what what your thoughts are, or whatever. It's really just like, what did I do this day, and how did that support my research? And then, like I said, or like I told you guys earlier, semester 2 is where they're going to get into some individual projects, do their own like smaller science fair project, just to kind of get them into the research state of mind before they hit up seminar year 2. So that's pretty much it. There is one more thing I did want to show you real quick. If we go back to the main page on Teams, at the top you can see this current class calendar. That current class calendar, of course, is our current class calendar, and I have it all the way through like mid-September. But you can see on here it has our objectives for the week, and then what activity we'll be doing, and then if there's any homework, it will be in the right-hand side. There's probably not a ton of homework in this class, but that's where that will be, and you can always find that there. And this is like a link, so if I change it if it modifies because we went faster or slower than I thought we would, it'll automatically be updated on here. So if you're absent, please check the calendar and try to follow along. If you do submit an assignment late, I usually don't get notifications for those through the programs you submit it through. So if you do submit something late, if it's excused, unexcused, whatever, the student should fill out the late assignment form, which is on Teams as well. They just fill out all the relevant information, why it's late, was it an excused absence, and then click submit. And then I can enter that into the gradebook. So that's it for now. Hopefully I'll be sending out a newsletter fairly soon, and we'll be having a virtual meeting, but I have not scheduled that yet, in terms of all mass together, how the year is going to go, and what you can do to support the program. So thank you all so much, and it's been really great getting to know your kids. They're a great group, and looking forward to an awesome year and an awesome 4 years, honestly, in high school. All right, thanks.